All right, so today we're going to go over some properties of exponents. Math things, basically, when you're multiplying two powers with the same base, okay, that means the same big number, okay, you can add the exponents for every non-zero, a, m, and n. Don't worry about that, all right, this part. This is the main thing you need to know, all right, and I'll show you why. So rewrite the expression using only one base. So the base is the big number. So I'm going to have a 2. All right, you could take these little numbers, 4 plus 6 plus 2. Well, 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 2 is 12. That's it. All right. Same base as 10. And little numbers. Now, you can do these on a calculator. I highly recommend. Or, some of them are kind of easy. Now, these go away, so I'm just left with this. It says same base. Don't actually multiply that out and put that in the calculator. Only want to do the little numbers. Okay. 9, let's see, -3 plus 2 plus 6. All right, this is -1 plus 6 is 5. And the reason why the negatives are in parentheses is so you know if we were typing in the calculator, that comes first. -2 plus 7, and this is 5. That's really it. I mean, it's kind of cut and dry, kind of simple. Now, this is I want to show you something that I kind of like to do, and it kind of helps me. I like to pair these up, like 4 times 9, I get 36. And then with my z's, I know I got to add this, plus -12. All right, so I'm going to get z to the -7. So I put them back together as 36, z to the -7. Now, we're going to look at that a little bit more later, okay? But just trying to get you used to doing this. Now, for this, I got 13 and 3. And then for my x's, I got -8 and 10. All 13 times 3, that's 69. And then x squared, so this becomes 69 x squared. All right. Again, I'm going to take the numbers, 2 and 9 and 3. I'm going to take the a's. This is a to the first, so this is 1 plus 2. And then b to the 6 is just by itself. So 2 times 9 is 18 times 3. All right, so this gives me 54, a to the third, and then b to the 6. So when I put it all together, 54, a to the third, b to the 6. Okay. Numbers. And you could take these numbers and do them in the calculator. That's what I'm doing, okay? So -4 times 7 times 2. That gives me -56. All right, with my c's, I have c to the first, because that's the first, and plus -3. So this is going to give me c to the -2. And then d squared is by itself. So I have -56, c to the -2, d squared. Okay? So now what we do next here is we are going to look at our next rule. Okay? So when you have a power raised to a power, you're going to actually multiply the exponents. All right? I'm going to show you how simple this is. Power to power. Okay? If Arnold Schwarzenegger was your teacher, you're the wimpy person. All right, so this 4 times 7, so 4 times 7, this is n to the 28. Bam! That's it. 5 times 4, p to 20th. All right. Now, when you get to here, I'll do this part first. Let's just tag along this x squared. Okay. So this is x to the 6 times 4. X squared 24. So, and then when we add these, this is x to the 26, not x to the 48. Okay. Remember, power to power. You multiply. When you have the same base, you add them. Okay. I know it gets a little tricky. There's lots of rules. Okay. Lots of rules. Kind of like this whole COVID thing. I mean, what's that all about? All right. So now we have 5 turds times 3. All right. Here's the cool thing about this is that the 3's cancel. So I'm left w to the 5th. And then we add, so we have w to the 7th. Okay. Not so bad. Let's see. Am I good? I forget where I'm at. Okay. Lucky number 13. Raising a product to power property. All right. So basically you kind of distribute. Distribute. All right. So I'm going to show you this. So this goes here and this goes here. So basically you have 7 to the third and 9 into the 9 times 3. All right. 7 to the third power. 7 to the third. Okay. I know that's third. I just like saying third because it's fun. Okay. Math sometimes is not that fun, but you can make it fun. And then you multiply. All right. Now kind of distribute. So I have 2 to the 4th. And w, this is 1 times 4. All right, 2 to the 4th. I know I should know that on top of my head, but I don't care. 16, w to the 4th. All right, not so bad, kind of easy. And I'm squaring this. So 3 squared. X to the 4 times 2. So this gives me 9. And then 4 times 2 is x to the 8th. All right, let me scroll down here, see if I got more problems. I don't. Okay, awesome. I forget stuff. All right. 0 negative exponents. I told y'all we're going to look at the negative exponents here in a little bit. Let me kind of put the shade down so we can focus on the main thing. All right. For every and an integer. All right. For every non-zero a, all right, the integer becomes a fraction. I'm going to show you this. Okay. Now, simplified form in the expression. Basically, this is what you have to do. If it's negative, okay, this now becomes a fraction. You put it in the denominator, goes into the basement, becomes positive. It's just a rule, okay? And then 9 squared is 81. Now, here's what's really fun. Anything to the 0 power. Notice how all this is in this parenthesis. This becomes 1. Okay, anything to 0 power is 1. It says use your calculator. Use your calculator. Try to prove me wrong. Prove me. I don't care. All right. And then this becomes 1 over 4 to the 3rd power, which becomes 1 over 64. I don't know how I remembered that. I could have used my calculator. All right. So now let's look at this stuff. I'm going to use the highlighter. We're going to go through and highlight all the things that are negatives or zeros. I'm going to do negatives and yellows. Now, I'll get to each one later. And then I want to do the zeros in pink. I think I've only got one. All right. So now to notice this right here is not raised to a negative exponent. So this is 5a to the 3rd, and then b squared goes down here. Now, if it's like this and negative, you put it in the basement, it makes it positive. Okay. Now, if it's in the basement and negative, it makes it positive. I know it's crazy. Just take your time. As I'm zipping through this, I think that's kind of funny. I say take your time and like, all right. So what's the only thing raised to the negative exponent right here? Just the x. So the 4 stays alone. X to the 3rd goes up. Now, do we have to write 1? No, because 4 times 1 is 1. Okay? Okay. Now that you know this rule, you should have no answers with negative exponents. And that always gets people. So I'm leaving this because these two are left alone. There's nothing done with it. I'm going to put X to the 3rd up top. Same thing. This is the b. The b is the only thing that's done to the negative. So negative. Now, this is a positive. I mean, this is just a negative integer. It's not raised to a negative, so it just stays up there. B to the 3rd, and then b to the 4th. Okay. There we go. I think I said b to the 3rd. That's c. Y'all can read. I hope. Okay. Now, this is the fun stuff. You get to plug in, and if you're really good with your calculator, you can actually plug all this in at once, and it will do it for you. Let me show you. So all I'm doing, squared, -2 third, and I'm plugging in, let's see, A is -4, B is 3, and then C is 2. Now, what you could do is go ahead and change this here to 4 over -4 squared times 2 to the third. And then I'm going to move this negative, I'm going to move this 3 down here already. That's just a straight line. Now it's a big blob. All right, I can actually put this in the calculator just as is. So -4 squared. Make sure your negative's in parentheses. 2 to the third over 3 squared. Okay, so I have a hard time because this. So this is actually what it looks like in the calculator. I hit enter, and it will give me the answer. Okay, so this is 512 over 9. All right. So let's look at this. Now I'm going to have, let's see, this is AB. So I'm going to put a dot right there because that means they're multiplied. This is the -2 power. A is -4, B is 3. So I can sit there and actually do that. I can say -4 times 3. Little raise the roof button or caret button, -2. Okay. There we are. I hit enter. And there we are. Okay. Some people may need that. Some people may not. And nose is itching. So A, this is -4, C is 2, and this is all to the third power. I would type it in just as is. -3 times -4 times 2, raised to the roof to the third power. Ooh, big number. 13,824. All right, so in a nutshell, I know it's kind of quick. There is a lot of rules, but, you know, you'll get to see me before things. You can ask questions and things like that because I think we are rolling back face to face. And who knows? Okay, so we're just keeping on. Roll Tide.